All right. We are gonna get this going. All right, we are all set up and ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and turn some things up here, I think. And we're gonna update our workout for today. We're gonna see how today goes. Of course, as always. Realistically, it should be 325 to 330. We might be conservative for this week. We'll see. Just trying to get rid of some of this elbow discomfort before we, even start to go heavier and heavier. Three sets of 8 at 210 to 215 will end up being what that comes out to. The back offs are going to be feet up. That's what we got for today. We're going to see how things go. We might try to wrap it up pretty quickly. We do have some things that need to get done today. All right. Let's do it. Sure everything's nice and evened out here. All right, let's get it going here. See what it's looking like. Nice Saturday bench session here. See if we can get a nice little pump going on too. I'd like to raise it and then bring it down a little bit. There we go. Much more like it. Alright, so 225 is on the bar now. Nice and quick set. He was a little off today. But good thing is we can watch the YouTube playback. Doesn't look like anything super out of the ordinary though, so. Perception does not always match reality. Especially with, like, you know, movement and the main powerlifting movements. Alright, time to wrap it up here. Not the stream, I mean my wrists for these bench sets. $245 here. Just gonna go right into the next set. All right. So far, so good. Let's get it. We got our computer upgrades delivered yesterday. We're waiting to put them in today. That's very exciting. We took advantage of some Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals to upgrade the gaming computer. Looking forward to that. Should be doing some of that here shortly after I get done with the stream. It's actually another reason why I need to make it a little bit of a shorter one for sure. Other than that, a pretty great week. Seeing some more people, helping out some more people. We're at 265 here next. Let's double check the. So I swear the last stream I was playing like the royalty-free music on YouTube as I usually do, and there was advertisements in between, and I never really noticed that before, so I don't know if that's just something I hadn't noticed up until this point, or if it was just a weird scenario. Alright, 287 is up next. Are approaching the top set. Good. I need to check my body weight. I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago and then I never did. This feels like I'm filling out really good. Leaning up a little bit. So 287. Let's see. I could do like 287, and then probably 310 would be a good last warm up. And then that top set. just a couple sets out for my nice top set. All right, let's go, chat. All right. Man, I'm feeling kind of stiff today. Actually, I need to get some movement in outside of this workout for sure. All right, so 310 would be just these white plates here. And we are just about there. Looks pretty nice and even here. Gotta get amped up here. We're closing in on some heavy weight. Yeah, so we got a 3070 Ti. So pretty like, I mean, at this point now, I would say maybe it's like average, above average, but that's just how, I guess, not so great our graphics card was before that. And then Ryzen 9 5700, I think. So it should be like a decent bit of an upgrade from my processor. But my processor wasn't too bad. I just figured I'd upgrade it because it was like 50% off on the Black Friday Cyber Monday deal. Definitely needed that graphics card update though. So looking forward to getting that in the computer today after this. Alright, 310 is coming up here. And one more set after that. Very nice.
See if I can catch it. Okay, okay. Man, oh man. What do we want to hit? Let me check some programming here. $330. $315. I think we should stick with 325. I'd like to have a really clean 325, and then you know, in terms of the heavyweights, really leave that for Tuesday of this coming week, since we're about to hit our week 4, and just try to feel really good. Sleep recovery hasn't been great this week, so I think it's not a bad idea to kind of keep the lower range. I think we've been doing lower range this week because of the sleep and the low energy, and then the elbow a little bit, so I think that's not a bad idea. So 287, 310. Oh, so I actually could have used this and these. We're gonna really clean. It's supposed to be tempo, right? So we're gonna make sure that we do a good job here on that. And so sometimes maybe what we not do so great, skimp out on. Here it is 325. Make sure to get a good song going here. 325. We definitely hit it, plenty of times. So just hoping that we can just smoke this out of the water. Continue to build some momentum while we just keep feeling good, right? Let this elbow discomfort go away. And the changes we made this time around, there's no pec discomfort. So we're just going to be feeling really good, I think. Going into next month will be sets of 2, so doubles. And then after that, sets of 1. And the potential, re-max out for that 365. Come on. That's pretty good. some weird little stuff going on the re-rack, but maybe we're just adjusting movement a little bit to compensate for that elbow discomfort. Okay, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good set. Let's go. There's my best height impression. So now we just have some back offs. I don't anticipate these being all that bad. We can make sure to confirm that we did indeed do the 325, and that for sure should mean that we are sticking to the 210 for the back offs. Now I just need to check if they're close grip or competition grip. Competition, okay. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. All right, so 210, which means we need this in the green. I did completely forget to mention, no side cam today. My older brother actually had to use the little stand that I usually use since he's got some exciting things coming up, and he wanted to try it out to make sure, like to see if it was a good fit, you know, in terms of height and like the how you can adjust it to make sure they can get the right angles and everything. Before he buys one. Oh crap. I'm glad that nothing fell. That's a good thing about the 25 kg plates. I thought it's technically much heavier, but just enough. Any usual chatters? Any like opinions? You guys just like the single cam, or do you actually prefer the double? I know we started off a while back ago with the single cam, and we thought the double with the the side angle was gonna be kind of cool, but wonder how that held up. All right, 3 sets of 8. Working on some solid control here. Not too shabby. Well, at least in Missouri, it's unfortunately started to kind of get cold outside. And I just realized how much I absolutely hate the cold weather and winter. I don't know how it is for you guys or your preferences, but I definitely prefer the heat. Definitely a warm weather guy. I need to find somewhere to hibernate during the winter. Besides my house. Two more sets. I think we are on a good path here. Definitely looking good. Just keep building the momentum. Make sure, we're also not going too fast. Too much gas on the pedal here. And we will end up at the destination in one piece.
Try to reach you, but you close your mind. So much to say, the words are hard to find. You're running out of stamina. I see it in your eyes. Let me be your light. We can reignite like fireflies. Whenever you can't sleep at night, I'll be the one that would hold you tight. Whatever emptiness inside, I fill it up, make you feel alright. Cause I'm never giving up on you. Cause I'm never giving up on you. I know each time is worth the fight. I'll be around till you'll be alright.
Alright. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We're excited for deadlifts tomorrow. Man, deadlifts have just not been slowing down. It's kind of starting to get crazy. Very consistent so far. By so far, I just mean some adjustments we made to training. It's been a long. I mean, at this point, it's been a long time. The most consistency we've gotten from deadlift in years. So we've had probably a good 6 to 8 months of deadlift training, and just like PR after PR. Let's see what we have for tomorrow. Have we been pulling sets of 4? That sounds probably right. This is what this is. No, I think it's been 3s. $525. And we did 550. Yep, that's right. So then this following week should probably be right around 570, or not this following week, but tomorrow. 575 to 580 for 3. And then we'll go up big on week 4. Maybe like a 605 or 610 for 3. That's, really despite some persistent low back pain that I was having. That was just kind of a complicated situation, right? Lots of contributors, but I mean, for a couple years, it was kind of, affecting my training in some capacity. And here we are. Things finally eventually came around, and we're smoking some big weights. All right, let's go. Another good bench day. Tuesday and Thursday weren't like spectacular, but they're above average still, despite. So we got it in a little bit later than we usually do. So my apologies for that. I just knew, like, it's been a really weird week with sleep for some reason. We just kind of were relaxing. We slept somewhat decently in. But then we kind of just I napped for a short bit. Just making sure that I'm like trying to take care of all the factors that I can for my performance recovery. Just have a day that was nice and chill. Or the morning at least. Alright, so some extra goodies that we should do for today. I'm probably going to do some dumbbell rows. We did biceps and shoulders the last time. Maybe I'll throw in a little bit of triceps. Either that or I'll just sort of do those elbow rehab exercises that I did the last time. Actually, we're gonna try out rows. This might not feel great on the elbow. So we'll see. Nothing too complicated here, just some simple dumbbell rows. Nice full range of motion. We'll probably go like super conservative. Because I could see it maybe irritating it like if I try to go too hard. So I'm just going to add some tempo to it. And do lower reps. All right. Very nice. Panda Bear, welcome in for all things fitness, specifically powerlifting, rehab, pain, injury topics, the combination of those. And, you know, the occasional gaming. And whatever else. Welcome in. If you ever have any questions, comments, suggestions, drop it in the chat. Or get connected on the Discord and you can always drop it in there too. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I'd say overall good week. Some exciting stuff going on. You know, professionally, things are starting to, you know, grow. I'm seeing more people. The stream has been going good. A couple of cool like game releases this week. Lifting's been going good. And when lifting is going good, then life is good. There's just nothing you could ever want more as a power lifter. Did you have a good holiday? Yeah, it was pretty good. Just hung out with some close family. So that was good. How about you? How are you and how was your holiday? Notice I'm like kind of out of breath. I need to start adding in some cardio. I was getting good about, you know, throwing it in like once or twice a week, but I kind of fell off. Yeah, pretty good weekend. Kind of just chill. Been playing a little bit of the World of Warcraft Seasons of Discovery. Just checking it out with some friends, see if it's any different. Kind of just a placeholder while we wait for Throne and Liberty to come out. Hopefully it's not too far away. Very nice. World of Warcraft or Throne and Liberty? Just double checking. You know, I'm assuming most people know World of Warcraft, but you never know. Okay, yeah. So Throne and Liberty, it's MMORPG. Some like I guess we don't entirely know everything, right? Especially since they've made some really good changes since their first Korean technical test. But supposedly it's like sort of hybrid combat, so not totally like traditional tab target, but also not full on like action combat. Yeah, so just an MMORPG. Looks like it's gonna have some heavy PvP aspects. Pretty cool. Like really beautiful world. Yeah. Looks like a ton of like exploration type stuff. Just looks like it'd be really fun and really like not just fun but fun to watch too, right? So if it comes out and it ends up being good like I hope, then we're probably gonna be streaming a lot more gaming and it's gonna be that. Like quite a bit more actually. Is it new? Well, it's actually been in the works for quite some time. At some point they did end up taking a completely different direction with the game, which is like what it is now. So originally it was like one of those 2D isometrics, probably most similar to like Lost Ark, and then they kind of, I don't know, had an epiphany or something of the sort, and then just swapped it to like 3D type. So they've been working on it for quite some time, and they had planned releases for this year, but then it got delayed. It was also supposed to release at the same time globally as it's going to for, you know, Korea, which is like the region that NCSoft is at, where they, you know, were working on the project. But that kind of got scrapped, so it's actually releasing, I think, on the 7th for Korea, and then we're supposed to follow suit shortly after that. Quarter 1 is what it's supposed to be for us, but I'm hoping really like the end of January or February. But yeah, I'd say if you're into MMOs, to definitely check it out. Try to look up, you know, some newer videos, because the first technical test, it was definitely a dumpster fire, and then they literally made a complete 180 in the pretty much the short amount of time that they had, and they definitely changed things up. The combat was really like the only aspect that people were just like saying it was just so bad, because it was like, it was almost like the equivalent of like a mobile game in terms of combat, with like the tab target and like stationary. Like you had to be stationary when you were basic attacking, when you were using skills for the most part. But now they've changed it, so it's like a lot more interactive. Because everything else about the game was fantastic. Like the world is crazy. They obviously have a lot of content already for like when the game launches, just because they have been working on it for so long. So my hope is restored, and I'm just hoping that it's just going to be really good. Alright, we're going to do some elbow isometrics for just like a little bit of elbow rehab here. 2 sets ISO, and then 1 set of like actually doing range of motion. But yeah, this year was kind of a bust for like MMOs. There was a lot of good like single player releases or like console games, but a lot of stuff that got delayed this year. So for the most part, whenever we do like game streams, we'll do, you know, console or like single player games. Or like right now, my MMO or like my main game is Lost Ark. But we're definitely hoping just, you know, for something new. Spent a lot of time on Lost Ark and just kind of looking for something fresh. Probably do this on both sides, might as well. Doesn't hurt. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so we'll see. So, of course, some other cool things for next year. I think Blue Protocol will be fun up to a certain point. And then Chrono Odyssey, I know that they've been like teasing and showing a lot more of that, so I don't know if that's going to come next year, but that one looks really good. I'm glad we got some computer parts for Black Friday to upgrade and try to keep up with these new games that are on the horizon. Let's go. Oh, sweet, yeah. So you play some MMOs too, it sounds like. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot for sure. You know, I think they've made improvements in terms of like the daily grind. Um, but like as a new player or like a returning player, it's just so hard to get back into. It really is. And that's just from coming from somebody who's, you know, pretty much played since launch. Like, if I took a break from the game, I just couldn't imagine. Of course, I'm at a point where I did some of those, like, time sinks that kind of prevent you from getting into groups. It's a fun game, but, like, everybody's just always trying to be efficient as possible, and very tough to, you know, find random groups for stuff. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they continue to make some more changes. It'd be nice if it got to the point where there were some other game releases and I didn't feel like if I, you know, played other games I would fall behind. There's like Lost Ark on the extreme edge of the spectrum, and then there's like Final Fantasy 14 on the other, with like how casual friendly it is and like returning player friendly. So I'm kind of just hoping that they find somewhere in the middle where like, yeah, it's rewarding to grind, but you're not gonna feel like you have to do it every single day to keep up. Definitely got the shakes here. All right, we're getting close to being about finished up here. Hopefully I can get some of these hopefully I can get these computer parts in before I have to do something here in a couple hours. So we got one more set of the elbow exercise, and then we'll probably wrap it up pretty shortly after, you know, so feel free to ask any questions or get any last minute thoughts out there. Can I flex? Definitely not in terms of Twitch content creators. No, by no means am I like the most jacked. There's definitely a lot more that are specifically working out for that. Whereas for me, it's a little bit more about strength. Trying to lift some big weights. So this set, we're gonna do, you know, go through a range of motion. Just doing a little bit of extra just to see if it's gonna make a difference with the elbow. Seven. 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right.
Do I ever work out shirtless? On occasion, I will. Right, if it's hot down here, sometimes I'll take off the pump cover. Yeah. Some people come through and try to ask me to take off my shirt while I'm working out. And I would say if you're following and you're viewing me, eventually you'll see it. I'm not going to do it by command by any means. And then others were saying that I should do some channel point or sub goal type stuff. But for the most part, I try to make it appropriate for all viewers. Yeah, so we'll see. Might come up with something like that. Yeah, for the most part, I would say. Especially on Twitch, like you're gonna get some of that. I just prefer mostly, obviously being known for, smarts and then physical accomplishments from like a strength and a powerlifting aspect, rather than like the shirtless dude that's flexing on Twitch. Not that there's anything wrong with that either. But my goals are mostly oriented with, strength related like type goals and lifting the most amount of weight. So that's just naturally like how I picture myself, or how I envision others to think about me as. But like people that bodybuild or like are in it to get ripped, yeah, I mean that totally makes sense that when they work out on Twitch, they're gonna try to get some viewers that like that kind of stuff. Alrighty, well, we have some new computer parts to put in and some stuff to do. So if you aren't already following, feel free to follow up. Like I said, for all things fitness, powerlifting, rehab, pain, injury related, the occasional gaming. And I will catch you guys next time. I'm thinking it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday for the next workout stream. We may get a gaming stream in before then. I know I said that about like Thursday, Friday, and we never did. So we're going to try to do that. All right. Thanks for the support, and thanks for the chats. And everybody just make sure to have a good weekend. Peace. See ya.